haven't brought stats yet. We'll get you some stats. Let's get y'all some stats so y'all have something to look at. Other than me. I know I'm cute in the face, big in the waist. Stats.
Check 1 2, test 1 2. Sorry, Mark, just got your message. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. You're good.
You're right. Sandra. Oh, yeah, that's right.
My man.
I'm about to go around and see what's bottom.
All right, take your time, no rush. Let me get some more. Anybody else that did not get a box score? All right, let me get a cup up here, roll, please, and thank you. Sydney Little John. Thank you. No, Sahara, I'm not ready. Sorry. I'm from this country, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Did I miss anybody?
No,
Oh,
just
there.
the head.
Cute, it's like alternating.
I didn't plan that, I just kind of tossed that out there.
I don't like women.
Congratulations, ladies. Good game. I enjoyed it. That thing's on.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's on. Go ahead, bust around real fast. Go ahead. Drop a beat. Do it.
It is on. Oh.
I got your back. Do it.
What?
Drop that beat.
Look away.
Drop that beat. It's not on. I mean, the mic is on, but ain't nobody really listening. I said a funky, funky rhyme and a funky, funky time. No, I'm not listening.
Wait, ready? Match pitch. Ready? Love. No.
Coach, we're waiting to harmonize.
Baba. We can do that. Serious faces.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. At this time on the dais, we have LSU head coach, Coach Tarina, student athlete Carly Hoover, student athlete Sandra Simmons, student athlete Kelsey Kloss, and student athlete Savannah Janquist. Coach, we'll start with general comments about the game, then we'll open up for questions.
Well, did you expect anything less from LSU-Alabama matchup? I mean, it's going to be a battle every time those two teams take the field. And I want to start by just saying what a class program Alabama is. They're 4 seniors, Callie Case, Leona Hawk, and Haley McClenny. I've enjoyed watching every moment of those guys' career. They've done it the right way. And, Haley McClenny is just one of the best that's ever played the game, in my opinion. So I've enjoyed every minute of those guys. As for our team, I thought we fought hard. I thought we played well. I think we had a lot of kids step up. I couldn't name them all at this point. We, in the locker room decided it was we nominate the player of the game, and we decided it was a team nomination because we had, kids on the bench contributing to different things. We had people bunting. We had people hitting doubles. We had pitchers, coming out of the bullpen. We had kids turning double plays. We had a lot of people that contributed to a really strong team win.
All right, this time we're going up for questions. Make sure you state your name, your affiliation, and who the question is from. Thank you.
Wes Signer with AL.com. Up 6-1, were you guys ever comfortable, or did you feel like Alabama could make a run there at the end like they did?
For me? I don't think you're ever comfortable when you're playing anyone in the SEC, let alone a team like Alabama who's been to the World Series something like 11 times, I believe. I don't know if you're ever comfortable playing against Alabama. So I knew it would come down to the last inning. I had hoped our team would be able to continue to score and continue to keep pressure, but, they did a good job making some adjustments. But never for a moment did I feel like that game was over in the 4th inning.
Les East with the Baton Rouge Advocate. Carly, what was your reaction when Sandra hit that ball out, and just how big a difference did that make for y'all to get off to a start like that?
It's great starting any game with a lead, especially to set the momentum with a leadoff home run. So I'm pretty sure I was one of the first ones running out there. I was pretty excited.
Hey, Chris Price, WBRZ in Baton Rouge. Beth, Sandy had 2 home runs during the entire regular season, and now she's had 4 in the postseason. What have you seen that's changed in the postseason, and just about her performance? And then Sandy, if you can follow up on that same question. So we'll start with Beth.
Well, I think she's worked so hard, never taken a day off in her career. And I think, she's studied, she's put the work in. I think she deserves every bit of this. And I think she's just a veteran player and, understood her job was to lead us and just maybe felt like somebody needed to step up. And it was her spot to do it. And she has led us in a huge way. She's just a special, special player for us. And, a big reason why we're sitting here today is because of the effort she's put in here at the end of the season.
Sandy.
I think I don't go out there and try home runs. I wish I said I could and I had that power. I'm just really in there trying to find a way on for my team, especially in that leadoff spot, of just trying to square the ball up hard. And like Coach said, I've been studying film. I've been just trusting and not overthinking in the box and just getting to contact and kind of work my extension a little bit more than I have in the past.
Coach Brandon Camerman, WVUA 23 in Tuscaloosa. Were you surprised that Osorio never made an appearance in this game?
Yeah, I was, honestly. I wasn't surprised to see Little John start the game because she had beat us during the regular season, but I was surprised that they didn't go to her in relief. Maddie Moore did a really nice job, I thought, though. I think she's got a big career in front of her. She did a good job against us, and Little John's always tough, but, yeah, I was a little surprised.
Beth, you talked about a team effort. Y'all scored a run when Savannah bunted, Bianca went from first to third, Kelsey hit the ground ball to second. Those are the 3 biggest home run hitters in program history. Can you talk about the selflessness to play small ball with those 3 players?
Well, we have some standards that our program lives by, and it's an acronym for Tigers. The last letter is selfless. And I think, like I said, a big reason why we're here is because our veteran players are very selfless. And that was a huge moment for those guys. I think, if our 4-hole hitter, one of our, not just our best players, but one of the best players in the entire country in this tournament for sure is going to lay down a bunt, I think, that says a lot, sets the tone for our team, just says a lot about doing your job and that these guys would do anything to win. So, and then Bianca moving up to third, just being in the game, in the moment. She's a great player like that. And Kelsey understanding that her role right there is just to do a job. I think that's huge and says so much about the team first hitting approach and not just a me over the team. It's a LS over you at all times.
Kelsey, it's just been such a roller coaster season. You guys have had your backs against the wall so often. Are you not surprised or threatened, even when it's close or even when you're down to potentially your last game or even when Alabama rallies late in the game?
No, I'm not surprised with how this team fights, and I think you've seen that over the past month or month and a half, just how much we all want this. And I think the adversity that we went through in the middle of the season, it prepared us so well for what you're seeing now. And just the fight that this team has makes me so proud to be a part of this, and it's just such a special thing to see us all come together and just not care who gets it done as long as it gets done.
Jason Kersey with SEC Country. Beth, 5 of your RBIs came from players from California. I wonder, when you got the job at LSU, was recruiting that area an immediate priority? And then for the 3 players, what did you like about LSU when you were being recruited?
I think in my time we've had players from 16 different states. I think something like that. So my priority is just to find the best kids in the whole country. And of course, we're going to start right there in the state of Louisiana. So and move out from that. But we're just trying to find the best players in the entire country. And I can't take credit for all of these guys. Some of these guys were still from Coach Gerard, and they've only played for me, but were found by her and her staff. So we love the state of California. We love the state of Louisiana. We just love having kids that bleed purple and gold, putting on the uniform every day.
It's fine. Yeah, you start.
What was the question for us?
Coming from California to LSU, what did you like about it?
What did I like about LSU? Just the tradition and the passion. And coming from California, I really didn't see like a lot of fans, but the fan support at LSU is just amazing. And we sell out almost every year, and I just love playing there. So.
I think for me, coming from California, there's so many different schools in California, you really lose track of kind of, the amount of schools there. And when I got recruited and LSU was one of them, I loved that every single person around me just bled purple and gold, and I wanted to be a part of that. And that's something that was really special to me, was just knowing that the community around LSU is so strong, and we have such an awesome fan base, and just that, every player on the team is so important and loved by everyone around them.
I enjoyed the atmosphere and the culture that the team had. I think the minute we got there on our unofficials and our visits, you could see what the team was like, and it was a family away from a family, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to go far away, and I knew that, but I still wanted to feel family, and that's what LSU did. The fans, our players, the coaches, everyone really just cares about each other, so I drew really close to that.
All right, we have time for 3 more.
Coach, Dwayne Rankin, Montgomery Advertiser. What was your message to the team after a loss to Michigan like that, knowing you were right there? And what would you tell them in between to get them ready for today?
Well, we pretty much instantly had to get over it. We didn't have time to sit around and think about it. We played a great game, I thought. Just didn't get the timely hits, didn't get the breaks. And this team's really thrived in this situation where they have their backs against the wall. They just have really performed well. So try to talk to them about their strengths, the things that they've done well, that they've been in this situation before and they've excelled. And, just really tried to move them on as quickly as we could.
Beth, no matter who it is, tomorrow it's another SEC team. Knowing Georgia and Auburn as well as you do, having faced both of them, do you already have an idea of who you would start in the circle, or is it not that simple?
Yeah, no idea at this point. Haven't even thought about it. It would definitely be a matchup situation. We still have Sydney and Bailey who haven't taken the mound yet, so we have some options there. And I'm 100% confident in both of these guys. I think wish we weren't playing the SEC schools right now because, of course, we're pulling for the SEC, but on a selfish note, at least I have information on them, and maybe I can get a little more sleep tonight knowing something about these guys already.
Tommy, last question.
Yeah, for Coach, do you feel like you guys kind of have Alabama's number right now? You've eliminated them 2 years in a row. You won the regular season series. And did eliminating them last year and winning the series this year give you more confidence in going into this game today?
Absolutely not. I would say it's always a battle. They're a great program, a program that we respect. I think we understand they're capable of beating us at any moment, just really like any team in the SEC is capable of beating us at any moment. I don't think there's really a team in the SEC that I could say that we're going to have their number or go out and dominate them. I think, we respect everybody in the league, and we're going to give them our best game and hope for the best.
All right, Coach, student athletes, thank you. LSU plays tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on ESPN2. Thank you. At this time, we have University of Alabama on the dais, head coach, Coach Murphy, student athlete Leone Lafayette, student athlete Haley McClenny, student athlete Chandler Dare, and Sydney Littlejohn. Coach, we'll start with opening comments about the game, then we'll open up for questions.
Well, I just want to say thanks to everybody associated with the Women's College World Series, the University of Oklahoma, ASA, USA Softball, the All Sports Association in Oklahoma City, and you guys. We really appreciate the coverage, and without you, our sport isn't as significant as it has become. So we appreciate the coverage and the space in your papers and on your telecast, because it does a lot for the sport.
All right, we're going to open up for questions.
Coach Tony Sakalas, Anniston Star. You made a lot of changes to your lineup. Can you just kind of go through the thought process on some of those?
Well, just like Demi was our normal 2-hole, and I thought she was kind of at a spot where she could do that. Or again, she was close to 100%, definitely offensively. Wasn't too sure defensively. And then Runyon has been in that spot before, and then Chandler is like the second leadoff in the 6th spot. So that's why we put her there.
Coach, last night you said that there are 3 things you need to do in the World Series. Timely hitting, good fielding, good pitching. Was it just all 3 of those things coming too late in this game?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, Sydney came back in and did a really good job after Maddie came in. And then, the thing that we always ask them to do is get the tying run at the plate in the bottom of the 7th, and we did that. So there was a lot of fight, a lot of grit. If we have one more hit in the bottom of the 6th, or a hit when we had the bases loaded and 1 out earlier in the game, it's a different story, because it was I think 2-1 at the time, and then we hit into 2 double plays. So Carly made some good pitches, and so did Allie at the end. I mean, the pitch to Reagan was a nice jam pitch, so you got to give them credit too.
Coach, 2 questions. First of all, was Alexis available in this game?
No, not really. I mean, we've said all along that we wanted to win with a pitching staff, and Sydney's the second-team All-American and carried us during the SEC. Probably was the main reason why we were the 6th overall seed. And then Maddie has looked good in her last couple outings. So I told the team last night, we're going to do this with the staff. If you're going to win it, you got to win it with everybody on board.
Question for you and Sydney. That leadoff home run, how big of a momentum boost is that for LSU? How does that affect you guys moving forward when they get on the board so quickly?
I mean, for us, it's always very important to score first, but that's also the good thing about being the home team. You get to be the last one at bat. And, whenever they put 1 run up on the board, whether it be a home run, base hit, however they do it, it doesn't really worry us as pitchers because we know the defense has our back. I mean, we might have came up short, but as you can see, our offense fought till the very end, and very proud of them for that.
Yeah, for Chandler, Haley, and Leona, can you talk about waiting so late before the offense got going and the missed opportunities before that? It seemed like, particularly late in the season, there were a lot of times when the bases get loaded and doesn't turn into a big inning like it didn't today.
Chandler.
We just couldn't get it going, I guess, in the top of or innings before it. But we tried our best. We fought to the very end, and that's all you can ask. And we wanted it so bad for each of our seniors and every player on the team. And we just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. And finally we found the holes, and that's all you can ask.
Haley.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate, because we put ourselves in what we thought was a good position. Getting people on base, we just couldn't get them in earlier in the game like we needed to. And, but you can't say this team didn't fight. You cannot say that. And you don't have to win a championship to be a champion. I can tell you that, because I'm sitting up here with 3 champions, and I got 18 champions in that locker room. It doesn't matter win or lose your last game.
Leon.
I think it's all about adjustments, and we, like you saw, didn't make the adjustments fast enough. And so that's credit to their pitchers, but I still think that we did fight hard, and all we needed, like Murph said, was just maybe 1 or 2 more hits, and it would have been a different ball game. So I'm proud of what we did, and you just got to learn from it.
Wes Steiner with AL.com. Coach, I know your team's hurting right now, obviously, but what do you have to say about the season and the future of the program after coming back here again for another year?
Well, thank you for that, and I'm really proud of the 4 seniors. They're great young ladies. I couldn't ask for anybody better to represent the school, me, the program, their teammates. 3 of the 4 have graduated already. Andrea Hawkins needs a semester. She's going to go to physical therapy school, but Callie, Haley, and Leona right here have their degree in hand, and that's number one. If you know me, it's about the total experience. It's kind of getting here is icing on the cake, and obviously all of us would love to win a national championship, but I know they're going to leave the program better young ladies than when they entered, and that's the biggest thing for me. And the greatest thing that these 4 seniors have done is they've created a legacy that they're going to pass down to all these kids, and from year after year after year. They're going to make a significant impact on the program, whether they know it or not, because all these, these 5 freshmen have been with them for a whole year, and they're going to rub off on all of them in a good way.
Coach Dwayne Rankin, Montgomery Advertiser. How tough of a draw? I know when you're final 8, but when you look at what you guys were stacked up against, how tough of a draw was that?
Well, I think it was murderer's row, really. But everybody's good here. You guys, you all know that. And the gentleman the other day when he asked about the margin of error, if Sydney Booker's ball doesn't hit Bianca's glove at third, that's 2 runs, and it's a different game. It's this much, and then the shortstop's right behind her and throws out our runner at the plate. So the margin of error when you get here is the tiniest of all sports, because every pitch matters, every play matters. And, if you give a free base, it could come back and bite you in the butt. Pass ball, wild pitch, whatever it is. Errors, you have to play clean and then get the key hit. And we didn't get that.
Keller Ward, Tuscaloosa News for the players, for the seniors. I know it's fresh, but can you touch a little bit on your career here, and then for Chandler, Sydney, what is it about this senior class? What kind of impact did they have on you?
Leona.
Not happy with the outcome, but I am very proud of us. And for myself, I really wanted to go out with a bang this year, and I feel like I've actually escalated or elevated my game. And so, I think the whole team, we tried really hard, and it sucks, but you know what? I'm proud. I'm proud to wear this A, and I'm proud of all the girls sitting up here, and I'm proud of all those girls that are back in the locker room right now. And for the future of this program, we're just going to keep coming back. We're always going to be coming back. We're always going to be a threat. And so I'm proud of everything we did this year, and super proud of this one right here. You got 'em.
Haley.
Yeah, ditto to everything Leona said. You ask us to sum up our careers, and it's something that I don't think we can do, and I don't think it's something that we should ever, or we ever expected to do. I never thought this day would come. But I can't say enough about this program. There is no other place in the world like Alabama. I've played in Japan. I've played in Europe. Alabama is special, and it's a special program because we leave better people and not just better players. That's easy when you go into college. Of course, you're going to leave a better player. Not everyone leaves a better person, but everyone that graduates out of our program leaves a better person. And we go out into the world and we impact others, and we lead, and we learn how to put others before ourselves. And that's what I'm most proud of, because everyone on this team is a great person. And you can say that every single year. We never have a bad egg, and that's because of Coach Murphy. All you recruits out there, you need to come to Alabama. I'm telling you, man. It's literally the best place in the world.
Agreed.
Chandler.
Retweet.
Yeah, these seniors they've had one of the biggest impacts on my life. From everything that we've gone through in the fall to now, just to see where they have led this team to. Nobody probably expected us to be here, and they led us the whole way. The fight that they had on and off the field, I know everybody on this team has learned something from every single senior, and can't thank you guys enough, and we're really going to miss you guys.
Sydney.
I mean, there's not enough good things you can say about these seniors. If I had to talk about each one of them, I mean, Haley has saved me so many runs and so many games, and she's an even better person. Leona has talked to me and taught me so much just in between each pitch. Like, those little conversations, like, I'm never going to forget that. And, I mean, Callie, she was my host on my official visit, so, I mean, we built a relationship going from there. And God bless Andrea, she's my neighbor, so she ain't getting away from me, but the impact that these seniors have left is, like, it's unbeatable. And, I mean, the legacy will live on forever. They have taught each of us so much. And whatever they taught us, you know, mine and Chandler's class is next. We're going to try. It's going to be hard shoes to fill, but we're going to do our best to do it. And I can't thank them enough for everything. And for each of them, they're about to go out in the world and just change so many people's lives. And the best is yet to come.
All right. Tom.
I got two questions. One for Patrick. Today being the best example, probably. How much of a struggle was it and a puzzle was it for you to try to take these pieces and create a lineup? You mentioned having holes in it even late in the season and just trying to find that right combination. And I have one for the players after that.
Well, you know, you're just trying to figure out who might get hot. And instead of waiting for them to get hot, you almost like force them to get hot and put them in a position where they have to succeed. You know, I've done that a lot where somebody might be struggling and I'm going to say, you're in the 3 or 4 hole. You know, the team needs you right now. And Runyon is a good example. She got a hit in the last inning. You know, most people would have folded their tent and she would have said, I'm done with this. But she comes up with a hit in her last at bat, you know, to keep it going. So I'm proud of everybody. And, you know, the theme of pass it down, we almost did it, you know, just so close. And in the 6th inning and also in the 7th. So.
And for Sydney and Chandler, next year when you look at what you guys have back and what the expectations are on this program now with the ones that are leaving, what do you see this team as next year, and what is your challenge, each of you, in leading it?
Sydney.
Well, like I said before, these seniors have taught us so much, and, you know, we're going to try to carry on their legacy. So I expect us to be back here next year for the 4th consecutive year.
Chandler.
Yeah, I mean, these are some big shoes to fill, and they know that we're going to be calling them, texting them, asking them hundreds of questions throughout the year, but looking forward to it. And like Sydney said, we plan to be back here again, and that's always the goal.
All right. Are there any more questions?
Coach, you talked about it a couple weeks ago before the regional, the power of the SEC. And you see it right here, 4 teams and success for the SEC. I mean, what do you think this says about it, that LSU's moving on, that you have Auburn, Georgia, and what the SEC's been able to accomplish at this event specifically?
Well, I just think it's, you know, every weekend that we play in the SEC, and there's 8, because we play 24 conference games, is a mini super regional. And you get prepared to get to regionals and your super regional. And then when you get here, it's almost like the hardest part is to get here. And I know for us, when we get to regionals and there's no SEC team there, it's like the biggest breather ever. And you get to play somebody that you haven't played usually all year. So, but just to play week in, week out against, you know, some of the best players in the country, it gets you prepared to get here.
All right, one more.
Yeah, Patrick, I apologize. I came in after your opening statement, so I don't know if you already mentioned this, but Sandra Simmons, not known as a big power hitter, but so were you surprised at that leadoff home run, and how tough is that when the opening at bat is a score and you're immediately down?
She's had a heck of a good year. You know, she when Beth moved her to the leadoff, that's kind of when they kind of took off. So, and I've seen her on film hit home runs. I think it was the 6th maybe this year. But, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a shocker. It's full count, and you don't kind of expect a leadoff home run, but she got a hold of a pitch that she could hit. And but I thought Sydney kind of responded well the next inning. And, you know, it's a big momentum boost for them for sure.
All right. Coach, student athletes, thank you.
Thank you.